about 7:14 on this Wednesday morning as we welcome Michelle Hines-Dawson in from the Alberta Gaming and Liquor Commission and Jeff McLean, Creative Director at Calder Bateman. Welcome to the program.
Thanks very much.
We're excited to have you here. We want to jump right into the talk about the Enjoy Responsibly campaign. We've talked about it on breakfast television this week. It's being called a teaser campaign. Michelle and the AGLC, your team, partnered up with Calder Bateman to roll this out. What was the message that you wanted to make sure was made clear with this campaign?
The message is really simple, that if you choose to drink, do it in moderation. And the campaign's really about showcasing Canada's low-risk drinking guidelines, so we start defining what moderation is.
Okay, now Jeff, we wanted to check in with you because when it comes to actually the science of messaging, the science of advertising, Calder Bateman has certainly blazed some trails here in Edmonton, winning several advertising awards. How does your team approach messaging like this in an arena that I think it's fair to say might be criticized as a little bit overdone? Everybody's seen the PSAs about drinking, about addiction, and I think a lot of people probably tune them out.
Well, for starters, if you're straight and boring, everybody's going to tune out. And it really helps in the office when you're working with a team that actually fits within the category that we're speaking to. So working with young people, it was really interesting to tap into the whole fact that the Enjoy Responsibly or Drink Responsibly message has been out there in this category for years, but what does it really mean? And the guidelines actually quantify that now.
It's been interesting to hear from our BT viewers about this ad campaign. A lot of them thought that Responsibly was actually a brand of alcohol. It talks about enjoy responsibly. It gives numbers on quantities, up to 3 drinks a day as we see here, 4 on special occasions, 15 per week max. Was there concern, Michelle, that maybe the message wouldn't exactly resonate in as clear a way as you would hope with your target audience?
Well, we are calling it a teaser campaign. So the idea really is to build a bit of intrigue, get people to go to our website, enjoyresponsibly.ca, and find out more information about the low-risk drinking guidelines in terms of the max limits for day and for weekly intake, and learning when 0 is your max, and lots of information like that.
So Jeff, when you hear on our Facebook page, Kim says, sounds to me like they're promoting drinking as a healthy way of living. Barbie says, people don't like being deliberately confused. Amanda says, hey, I thought this was an ad for a new beer. Now I think it's strange. Is that feedback that's disheartening to you as a creative director, or do you go, good, because they're talking about it?
Good, they're talking about it. Specifically with the billboards and the radio, is that people love to hear about new product launches in this category. So when they see new products on the billboard that they haven't seen the packaging before, the goal is to get the URL from the billboard and go to the website and get the whole story.
And this is enjoyresponsibly.ca. That's where you can check out the whole campaign. I know that you're hoping that a lot of people are going to go check out this website. You called it the teaser campaign. Was it in the back of your mind, Michelle, or your team at AGLC, that as we alluded to earlier, you know, these drinking ads are kind of played out. Everyone's seen the one, you tie another one on, and everyone kind of changes the channel or tunes them out. Did you know that the audience almost demands something a little bit more edgy or a little bit more gutsy?
Well, the target age for this campaign was 18 to 24-year-olds. So we knew we had to be different. We knew we really wanted to play on the ads that were already out there. So, you know, a lot of alcohol ads say drink responsibly or enjoy responsibly. Well, let's play on that, let's add to it, and let's define that. And that's what we did. And the fact that we're here talking about it today shows that it's working because we're having the conversation.
And it's interesting.
Certainly the ads in this category are portraying a heightened reality. So to be satirical, you got to go one up over that. So even on the radio commercials where we have rock singers, you know, screaming out moderation and low risk, you know, that's unexpected, and that's, again, to get people's attention.
Who was it? Nikki Sixx, I think, that said everything in moderation, including moderation. Jeff, this must have been an interesting process for your team, I would imagine, because when you're coming up with the actual wording, the specific wording here, we see responsibly vodka, ladies, up to 2 drinks a day, 3 on special occasions, 10 per week max. You're putting real hard numbers in print there, but probably not everybody has the same real hard numbers.
Well, the beauty is again, with the entertainment value is leveraging all the information that's out there with ads in the category already. It's a great opportunity to have some fun language in around the real specifics we want to educate people on. Again, the formula typically is engage, entertain, and then educate, and doing that through the billboard and the radio, and then hence bringing them into the website.
Michelle, it's really interesting. You put a number on anything and you're going to invite controversy because people apply it to their own lives. And we saw that on our Facebook page. Folks, if you want to go check it out, you just scroll down to a couple of days ago. A number of viewers had some very interesting comments around those numbers. Some saying, listen, if I had 15 drinks a week, I'd be on the floor. If I had 15 drinks a week, my family would be intervening. Others are being quite candid saying, 15 drinks gets me through the second period of a hockey game. Is that kind of part of the message here where you go, hey, we have to have a conversation?
Absolutely. Again, it's all about moderation. And we now have these national guidelines that are setting limits for us and kind of giving us that fence of what moderation can mean. And it is going to vary for everyone. And sometimes having none will mean moderation. But that's why we're really hoping people go to our website and really learn more about the low-risk drinking guidelines.
Jeff, at the recent Ad Club of Edmonton Awards, the ACE Awards, Calder Bateman was justifiably well rewarded for the No Homophobes campaign. And we've showed you this before, folks. You can see it at nohomophobes.com. Essentially a website that's tracking social media mentions of words that we're trying to eradicate from the vernacular here. When you're approaching something like the Enjoy Responsibly campaign or the No Homophobes campaign, in other words, PSAs, public service announcements, do you approach them differently as a creative director than you would when you're advertising for a product or a service, just a straight up commercial?
Not so much. I mean, again, we're trying to engage the audience and entertain them. Again, you have to be entertaining nowadays or people will just tune right out. And again, to start a dialogue, social media obviously is such a strong component to get people talking about it. They're going to take something and run with it. So the goal is, in both cases, to hit on a truism or an insight that people say and recognize, yeah, I identify that, I can see that, and that's me.
It's not a shy campaign, No Homophobes, and I think that that's the reason why it's made such an impression with people.
What was interesting there, though, is we simply held up a mirror to what was happening on Twitter in real time. So there wasn't a lot to do there except, fortunately, have the technology that could post the tweets in real time.
I like how you phrase that, holding up a mirror. One of the interesting side impacts there was that it actually, in a sense, introduced some sort of accountability because it's showing the actual tweets with the words in it. We know that there has been some interaction between people that have visited the No Homophobes website and those that have tweeted those hurtful or harmful phrases. We want to thank Jeff McLean for joining us, Creative Director at Calder Bateman, Michelle Hines-Dawson with Alberta Gaming and Liquor Commission. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
You can find out more. This discussion will no doubt continue on our Facebook page. You can find us on Twitter at BT Edmonton as well. We're back with more on this busy Wednesday morning in 2 minutes. It's 7:21.